Hey James, Jessica Peterson here. Earlier I spoke with Samantha and she thought you should be the one to check out this video. So I'm super excited to be able to share this video with you today because today I'm going to go over 3 tried and true tips that you guys can start applying right away, and I know it's going to make massive difference for you guys in your business because we've used these exact same strategies with over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys throughout the United States, and it's made a huge impact in their businesses. So, and I know you're probably gonna think, like, what is she doing this for? Why is she even doing this video? And that's a really fair question. And the honest answer is I am super passionate about you guys and the restoration industry. You guys are doing so much out there, out in your community, and helping people. You're helping people that have been displaced get their lives back. And to me, that is so important. And so, if I can do these videos and you guys can take it, run with it, apply these and make a difference, hit those goals, help more people, or if you decide you want to make it happen faster and you want to hire us to help you get there, either way, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you guys are applying these strategies, you are hitting your goals, and you're helping more people. And that's really what it's about, right? So today I'm going to go over 3 main things. We're going to talk about content, citations, and backlinks. Okay. So with content, we're going to start here at your website. So Google does not rank websites based on appearance. It is based on content, and content is key. So you need a ton of written content. That is all of those service pages, service area pages, um, homepage content. Those are images. Making sure each of those images are saved with those local keywords. People are actively searching for your services. Um, and then having tons of written content. And you guys have done a really good job with written content. You got a ton of written content. So really, really good job on that. The only thing I have to say is that this content needs to be more focused around local keywords. It's tons of information, and decent content. There's just no keyword strategy, or having the repetition to getting those keywords indexed so Google can actually help you out. So Google, as I said, does not rank websites based on appearance, it's content. They send crawlers to your website that scan all of this content on every single page. And so if this content is not built around who you are, what you're about, your services, and those keywords, Google has no idea what you're honestly about, and there's no keywords to index. So how can they possibly bring you customers to your website? So it's really, really important that you work on your keyword strategy to go with this content. Typically, the homepage is the most important, should be a summary of each of the services, and should be at least 1,500 words or more. And I think you got the 1,500 words down. It just needs to be built around those local keywords. But if you find your competitors in each of your areas has more content, then you need more than them. So if they have 1,500, you want 1,800. So we always got to be doing better than they're doing, okay? Now, let's look at the top ranked restoration water damage company in San Diego, and we have Certified Restoration. Again, decent website. They got a fair amount of content. You definitely have them beat on content, but we can see here that they are focused on those local keywords. And so these guys have a ton of content. You guys have them beat on the homepage, but they have a ton of pages and long form blog articles and service area pages. That is allowing them to push content, have more authority, and rank for a ton more keywords, which is driving them tons of traffic. So these guys, yes, can be beatable, but you definitely have to work on that content strategy and really dial in that keyword strategy as well. And when we're talking about content, it's not just your website page. This also has to do with your Google business profile. Okay. So, in Google, as we both know, somebody's going to search a term to find the service that they need. And they're looking for the businesses that show up first. So generally, you might have ads that pop up first. And as long as your website is properly optimized, you got your landing pages dialed in, ads can be a really great resource. But if everything's not quite dialed in, you can actually lose money on it. So then it's better to focus on the next items here. And that is this Google business profile. I do see that you guys are at the top for this specific search. So you want to make sure that you are in this top 3 position for each of your services and keywords, because nearly 30% of people come straight here and don't go anywhere else. So when you're not here in the position that you're in now, you're losing a ton of potential jobs. And so you need to make sure that you're well optimized for all those services. Now, there are several factors that actually go into ranking here, but the number one is citations. And that is simply the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories. Directories are things like Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, Glassdoor, Yelp, and even your social media pages are considered citations. So you need a whole bunch of those. You need more than your competition's doing, because every single one of those throughout the internet is sending signals to Google that tells them all about your business, who you are, what you do, and who you serve and where you serve. And so we need all of those to be going to Google to tell them about you. And then making sure that your profile has the right content about your services and that your website has the same content. If they're both missing that content, then again, Google still can't bring the customers to you. So content is just as important here as it is on your website. Okay? And then the next section is by far the most important section here. And this is, I went blank, sorry. This is called the organic section. This section is important because nearly 60 to 70% of people come straight here and don't go anywhere else. So when you're not in this section, again, you're losing out on a ton of jobs. But in order to get here, it all comes down to your website. Having this website properly optimized with the right content and pages and supported with your backlink SEO strategy. So that leads us to your backlinks. So like everything else, all your tools, everything in life requires power to work. So in order to power up your website, we need a ton of backlinks. You need more backlinks than your competition is doing. But you don't want to just go after any backlinks. This is a popularity contest. You only want the ones that are do follow and the most related to your services and offerings that you have, whether they're coming from vendors, similar types of home service businesses. You want to stay away from anything that be spammy, unrelated. Like you don't want something from Pizza Hut, even though that could be a high ranking site, it would actually do you more harm than good. So we want to make sure we're only going after those good quality links, because that's going to help bring up these scores and authority. And that's going to help Google promote your website and rank it up. And the backlinks also go with the keywords, helping those keywords rank as well to get you ranked for each of those. Now, you have limited you have a lot of content, but you have limited keyword strategy. And so you've only been indexed for 20 keywords and you're only getting 15 people to your website. So you're missing tons of potential customers. And the only one that you're ranking for is your brand name, unfortunately. So you definitely have to have that keyword strategy to support it with the backlinks to get those ranking. So if we were to just take San Diego and a handful of water damage related keywords, you can see there is a ton of potential volume. There's over 1,000 in search volume just for this handful of keywords. So if you could imagine, if you optimize that website around these keyword strategies for each service and service area, the potential volume that you could have actually coming to your website, interacting with you, that you can convert into jobs. So this could be absolutely huge for you guys. If we look at your competitor, we can see they have over 800 backlinks. So we'll have to do better than they're doing. And because they have tons of pages, they've got tons of keywords indexed, and they're getting over 2,300 people to their website. So these guys are going to be a challenge to beat, but you can beat them if you apply these strategies. So now if you apply the strategies for content, citations, and backlinks, you guys have an amazing opportunity to really make a significant impact in your business, your community, and your customers. You have the ability to even dominate in some areas, okay? So you can absolutely take this information, start applying it today, and go for it on your own, or if you'd like to take it up a notch and do it even faster, at Peterson SEO, this is our specialty, working with you guys to make that happen. So feel free, if you have any questions or you'd like to schedule an appointment, to reach out to us, and we'd be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.